Xavier, meanwhile, look at the starting lineups, and he's going to be without one of his main shooters here. Luke Skaljak, a typical starter here. Looks like he's got a bit of a hand or a thumb injury, so Trey Perry's some of the great players who've gone on to play in the NBA. And we're off. It was Woolfolk and Burton, and it is the Western Michigan Broncos control king Whetstone. All right, partner, tell me off the bat what's going to be key for the Western Michigan is, hey, nice spinning move by Jaden Brewer. MAC Player of the Year.
Well, Luke Skaljak out of the starting lineup. Peter Suter, who already takes on some of the facilitating responsibilities, got to be more came your starting point guard. And Travis Steele told us today he's playing like one of the better players in the MAC.
Yeah, Evan Absar up. We got a travel there on Jaden Brewer for the Broncos. Evan Perry over Elmer. He gets it back. Suter looking inside. Woolfolk's going to take it himself. Fades away from top of the key. It's short. And Brewer will rebound.
That's two really good defensive possessions from Grant Byers. Understanding the personnel, who's a shooter, who's not, and giving them the adequate space.
Sweet left hand from Trey Perry. 8 to shoot. Ryans gets it back to Burton. And Brewer lifts the left hand and drops home a three.
Quick early looks for Miami, and Travis Steele told us to shoot around. I want to. He likes these guys to play free, but shot selection is a thing.
Brewer red hot from Indianapolis. Meanwhile, Ian Elmer, just one of the really good, consistent players in the conference.
Well, he's just been so steady. I mean, whatever the team needs, he's willing to give it. 8 rebounds.
I mean, he comes up with a loose ball. Atlason finds Kirby underneath. And they're going to call a foul on Carson for 2 more years to keep him here through early part of 2030. So we'll get to that when the season's over. He's got business to attend. Atlason, he's what is there for the board. Up ahead, that's Mike Suluka. And a nice dish to Brewer.
I thought the making load is going to have to fall on Elmer and some of these other pieces.
And we got the PA announcer who's actually an academic on MAC last couple of years. Transferring, he was going to be a big part of what they did. He was a starting 4. He got hurt. He's out for the season. And the youngster,
he's had to really figure some things out as the season's gone on. But I'll say, we were there at shoot-around.
Yep. They played 71 games in his 2 seasons at Bradley. He's all MVC freshman.
Antoine Woolfolk just walling up, making him shoot over the top.
Woolfolk, he can pull a 3 as well. Loses his footing.
And tried to get all the way to the basket there. The low man was Trey Perry. He had a clear size advantage.
Perry with time, in rhythm. Knocks that
team, there's no question about it.
Wow, that sweet stroke, you kidding me? And Jaden Brewer leads the Broncos in scoring. Nice job here.
Matchup getting downhill.
Griffith, and a good give to go. Good look inside. And it's Brewer who finishes with a flush.
To the rim, finishes with the hammer.
Perry with that burst. Finds Woolfolk. And Woolfolk plays it up and in.
And that, using your chest and post defense, not giving Woolfolk an angle. It's a great job there from Suwaka.
Good dish underneath to Williams. He can't finish. Oh, Brewer. He came in double figures for Brewer. He's got it make a run, so that's a lot of guys who are quiet. They're great basketball guys. Basketball out, work it on Williams. Suter on Ryan. Crossover. Peter Suter. Here you see just the patience of Miami work. The Broncos are playing good basketball. They look up, and now they're down 2. Bryant's to the cup, and he's fouled. Go to the stripe for 2. The sophomore from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
To do it all for Miami.
And we see some of the great numbers for the Suter. Career high.
But with the shots not falling early for Miami, they're going to have to rely on this defense. In the last 6 games, it's been a top 60 defense.
On us at that last victory against Eastern Michigan. Isn't so much throw with the offensive set. Suraka gets the bunny in the middle. Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. When we kicked off the telecast, you'd like to see him get going again, especially at
3-point line or around the rim. He's 6 of his last 21 from 3, but like we said at the top, it's just
beats them both. Miami in the bonus. Trey Lewis from the corner, out short. And when Barnes gets the rebound, Ryan's going to try from the top. And he rips it. That's Barnes. Had nowhere to go.
That's another thing Stevens told us. We don't want to turn it over, give these guys free runouts.
Used to winning. They know how to finish down the stretch.
And they understand sacrifice as well. That's the biggest component that Steele mentions.
And Brewer going hard to the rack, and he's able to draw. Ben Davis High School in Indiana. He was a 1,000-point guy.
Do one thing, and he gets his production off of putbacks, and he gets it in transition.
23-20. Western Michigan on top. Suter fades away. A la Dirk Nowitzki. Get that leg up.
Well, I thought maybe they should.
That great balance of patience. As the Broncos turn it over, Perry, the jump stop. What an acrobatic leg. The short off the board. Suter pushing all the way. It's blocked. The Lions.
After that initial Jaden Brewer bucket, they've done a tremendous job of guarding the paint.
Oh, the tip by Lewis.
They're going to have to find other ways, whether it be forcing turnovers or getting out in the fast break.
Carson Viz, this guy was a quarterback in high school, threw for 2,500 yards.
That's now 2 straight high-level defensive possessions there from Jaden Brewer. First on Suter, and then leveling off Perry.
And they got to find third foul. And so he'll go to the bench. Meanwhile, Carson Viss knocks down the free throw. Both. Atkinson, the Wolfel. Shot clock down to 5.
You don't like it from the standpoint of having guys out for Stevens, but you also have opportunity for other.
Gets it in the hands of Brewer. 5 to shoot. Nice baseline move. Ryan's wanting a dunk. Their lead to 6. And this is just, again, the 6th time this year. And makes the second. He's a 94% after the 2 free throws on the technical. And Ryan's is 1 of 2. Miami gets the ball. Suter straight to the rack and puts Miami on the board here.
Side stays on the weak side, and Suter finishes.
And so right away, lead could have been 6 as Lewis lets it go. Trey Lewis.
Racing it.
Ryan's in the paint. Pretty move. And Burton with a rebound, and he's fouled. And a Division II state championship in Williamston.
Had a perfect 20 offensive rebounds a game here in MAC play. Adds another one.
And the lead now, obviously a new rule this year in college basketball. And here's the 70 piece to show panic throughout the year. And what do you have to do to kind of get yourself back into it? Only down 6, really. The game clock and the shot clock is working, and the other word is not, but there's a scoreboard right behind it as Williams pulls up. And that's pure. Justice Williams, long range. And Wolfel fades away. That was pretty by Brewer. And it's Perry with the board. Good quick head fake from Wolfel. Draws the foul and gets the bucket. And Travis Steele told us we don't look to get one guy hot. We're always looking for the open man. And the lead 3 for the Broncos. Brewer working on Wolfel. Loses it, gets it back. And Brewer.
He's a confrontational driver.
And he completes the 3-point play. And the lead. Suter, clear lane, a quick first step, and lays it up. And they lost earlier this year on the road in Oxford. Williams tries to get Atkinson up in the air, flips it up with the right hand. Everything.
It's on an emergency switch situation. Justice Williams takes advantage.
Good look down to Perry from Atkinson. Hawks a 43-39. Ryan's trying to create space. Burton, good left hand for Max Burton with a rich. And Lewis, he's had to step up with the injuries. playing in the 4 spot. Peter Suter. Rod and Barnes, the freshman, he's playing a lot for Western Michigan. And Ryan's just a sophomore. Doesn't matter. From the corner, the 3.
Atlason initially close out, then backs off. E.J. Ryans rips one. 6 of his last 11 from 3.
And Suter for the Broncos. Remember that technical at the end of the first half on head coach Travis Steele. That counted as a team foul. Carson Fisk, great footwork.
That possession, a busted switch between Byers and Suter. Communication has to ramp up here.
Ian Elmer draws the foul. Oh! Like 7 points or 8 points tonight. Elmer really gets the friendly.
And Skaljak's really been the table setter late game for them.
Great offensive. It's so difficult to prepare for because they don't run a lot of set plays. So many guys can score. Atlason lays it in for Elmer, and that's just too deep. Foul Miami, and the Broncos in the bonus. Suter coming the other way on the turnover. Glides in with the right hand.
It would avoid if you're Miami. The threes off of no movement. Not a ton of ball reversals.
And Brewer working on Byers. That's just pretty. Lead for Western Michigan inside. And a good job fronting the pass there by Barnes. Williams down Broadway and gets the. Was on a great team there in Massachusetts. They were 24-1. Indiana, good look inside. Redhawks turn it over. Williams off to the races, elevates, and draws the foul. A fantastic job on the glass. Suter is gone. The 5th foul on Peters on what would be a huge upset victory. But that's MAC basketball.
It is. I mean, every single night it feels like.
This working on Wolfo. Switch to the. So he gets called for the technical, and then Perry misses with a free throw crowd.
Especially knows what's at stake in this type of game.
Especially with a couple guys out there. Perry knocks that free throw down. Brady still. He had a career high 17 points. Barnes had a career high 15 points. So the young guy.
Maintain possession. If Miami gets a bucket here, I think you put some of the pressure. How about that?
Yeah, great job. Kirby, by the way, is tied a career high. That's it out. 7 to shoot. Gotta go. And so Ryans, the sophomore. Ice in his veins. Elmer just loses it. Wolfolk there to get it. Atlas. Shot clock running down. How's that for some confidence? Play for the Red Hawks.
That's all Antoine Wolfolk leads this team and steals, pokes that one away.
Atlason. Strong to the rack. Coming up, and we'll see if they can stand pat to what they've been able to do all year long. Brewer takes it himself. Spins away from Elmer, and he's able to draw the foul. On a shake, Perry. Caught in the land of the trees. What a rebound from this. Those of you tuning in for the Major League Volleyball match between Orlando and Dallas, you'll be able to find it streaming free on the CBS Sports app. As you see the big three-pointer there from Atlason. Giants milking the shot clock, and now they get into their offense. They have a 2-man game, pulls up, and that's just plenty. E.J. Ryans gets. Elmer working on Brewer. He gets to his spot. He elevates and gets the bucket to go. Glenn Stevens claps his hands, says, let's go. 7 to shoot. Ryan's working on Elmer. Tries to get to that spot again, elevates a little too hard.
Wolf had that work.
Elmer working on Burton, back to Wolfolk in the paint. The spin move. And Wolfolk gives Miami a 1-point lead with 1:45. Williams working on Atlason. Gets it to Brewer, and the left hand won't go. Both teams in the double bonus and both teams in one timeout. Lewis doesn't go. He stood there and stunted rather than make a break to see if he can. They both go down and still be a 1-possession game for Western Michigan. And Elmer still
under 1 minute. They found a way to make the other team tight in these moments.
Up 2 here. 2-point game. Ryans working on Elmer. Gets Elmer up in the air. A little too strong.
6 on the clock here. 2 things. You can't fall for a shot fake. and you got to clean up the defensive glass.
Williams rises up and knocks down the jumper to tie it to get to 29-0. Chris Perry working on Ryan. It's going to be Trey Perry. The left hand. It goes for Trey Perry. And Trey Perry wins it for the Red Hawks. Unbelievable. The freshman from Liberty Township, Ohio, comes up big in the biggest moment of the game.
Starting point guard, you're down your backup point guard, and Trey Perry just rises to the occasion. What a finish off the glass with the left.
And they're taking a look to see if there is going to be any time left here. Here we go. Miami F2. It's good if it goes. Misses a half-court shot, and Travis Steele and the Miami Redhawks hold on. They improved to 29-0, Michigan, and they remain the lone undefeated team in Division I. And they've got 2 more left to see if they can close it out at 31-0.